Welcome to TNFT's trade recap of a trade in the 10-year note. This trade recommendation was made at 6:45 Central this morning, and our trade recommendation was to buy 9s to 13s, and we reiterated over the course of a couple of hours that we like the 9 buy much better than the 13. We were leaning against a market number at 8. But we might have to pay 13s to get into. We always like to buy it on the cheap. So we have Z through B, where the market does trade down to 8, and then C period 9.5 is the low, and then D period's low is 13. So you've got really 2+ hours to make your trade in the 9 to 13 area before the market takes off and runs. We like the idea to be long because of the 30-year auction, and we kind of sense that the stock market might sell today. But by virtue of the fact that the 30-year bond auction was today, we knew that the selling wasn't going to get out of hand, or the primary dealers would not be able to move as much 30-year paper as they would like to move. So the trade recommendation was to buy 9s to 13s with the emphasis on 9s. So how did that trade set up, and how do you take the trade when you have specific recommendation as such? We go to our F4 screen. This is where we execute our trading ideas. It's where you get immediate feedback. We recommend a 3-minute time frame as opposed to a 1-minute or 5-minute. And the trade that we like to work the best is a trade we call a retest trade, and it's where you're testing support. So we had pretty good support at 8 to 12. We wanted to buy 9s to 13s. This was our buy zone. You can see right here that we retest the low once, twice, and 3 times. And you had well over an hour to put that particular trade on before the market breaks out and starts to move. The square and diamonds signify deceleration. So we know from the squares and diamonds, the software does that for you, that the selling is drying up. And you can see right here on pane number 3 that the peak selling occurred on this bar. And from this bar on, the shorts began to cover, and then the large player, the 50-lot trader, was on the long side thereafter, and they stayed on the long side for the rest of the day. So we had our retest failure trade right here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars touched. 124.08 it held. Could have been in that trade at 9 to as high as 13, depending on where you took the particular trade, and the market trades up to 24.29 before it stops. So you would have, on this particular trade, if you had stuck it out, you would have had anywhere from 14 to 20, 30 seconds, and that's a great trade in the Treasury note. And you had that information in your hands at 6:45 this morning. We do this on a regular basis. We make our trade calls, trade recommendations well before the fact. We update hourly or on an as-need basis throughout the trading session. I think you'll like the work that we do. Please contact sales at CNFT Futures Trading and join us for our early morning and our post-market wrap-up research. Looking forward to seeing you in the very near future.